Hey, welcome back. It's your favorite friend in sales and marketing fundamentals, Devon Gall here. Today on Sales Made Easy, we're going to be covering the 3 keys to success, how to outperform the competition, how to outperform your teammates. All right, is using these 3 fundamental steps every single day. And just a friendly PSA reminder for everybody out there, you want to get a big notebook when you watch this channel so you can take lots of notes and you can steal. All right, these are not things I read out of a notebook myself or I read out of a textbook. These are things that I was taught by very successful people and I have used for years, and it works. So I'm giving it away for free. So make sure to steal it all. Don't use a little notebook. Don't try to shorthand it or take half the notes, because you're going to get half the results. All right, take it down as we're teaching it. So we have our capstone here is positive attitude. This is the most important thing for success, is having a positive attitude. We have work ethic. Let me get out of the way here. Work ethic and student mentality. All right, these 3 things together, this is your holy trinity of success. This is what's going to bring you success every day over other teammates, over your competition. This is how you outperform in your market. This is how you bring your best every single day. All right, and you should be rating yourself on these interactions that you have. Maybe something didn't go your way. Ask yourself, or maybe a day didn't go great. Ask yourself, 5 out of 5 stars. Just be honest. It's not, this is between you and you. Did I have a positive attitude? Was I positive all day long? Was I 4 stars? Was I 3 stars? How was my student mentality? Was I taking a bunch of no's? Did I have 5-6 hours straight of no's, and did I just give up? Or did I reach out to a top performer, get a little talk, try to steal some knowledge? Maybe watch a YouTube video, maybe watch a Sales Made Easy video. Did I try to get better today? What was my student mentality like? Did I just not learn anything today? 1 out of 5 stars, 0 out of 5 stars, 5 out of 5 stars? How was your student mentality? And your work ethic. Are you outworking the hardest working person you know, right? So we're going to start with the top, positive attitude. Always positive attitude. Always means always. All right, it means especially when things go wrong. All right, especially when things go not your way. Especially when things are learning experiences. That's when a positive attitude matters most. All right, so pretty simplistic concept. Sometimes you got to force it though. Sometimes you got to force yourself to grit your teeth and say, you know what, I'm not in love with the situation, but I'm staying positive. All right, never abandon the high road. So you're going to encounter out there in the field, you're going to encounter working with customers, maybe a situation that isn't exactly exciting. The customer's very upset with your product or service. That's your fault, obviously, because you're the person representing them. You're not customer service, you're sales, but guess what? You're standing there with their shirt on, so that's your fault, right? So you have to handle this with care. You want to do your best, but you also want to redirect them toward the customer service people, because you're sales, remember. You do your best to help them, try to de-escalate the situation, right? But at the end of the day, you don't want to get sucked into their negative energy vortex, because they're already having a bad time. They're already upset, and they're taking it out on you. You're their punching bag right now, and don't get sucked into it. Don't get back. Don't do the tit for tat. All right. Bring the best world-class experience for that person, and do what you can for them, and then redirect them to the proper channel. All right, but don't get sucked into the negativity of it. Having an I can mindset versus an I can't mindset, you and everybody else on your team, or everybody else in your territory, including your competitors, including your superiors, they're gonna run in. Everybody's encountering the same quote unquote issues or obstacles, opportunities or whatever, and it's how do you go about it? If you say, I can handle this, I can handle these obstacles, I can handle these things, versus most people say, I can't deal with this, I can't deal with this, and it's something that can't be overcome. I've heard it so many times, except for when I come in. Now my team can overcome it, but their team couldn't. Nobody could overcome it for years, but now my team can overcome it for some reason, because we don't think it's that big of a deal, right? It's just how we look at it. Just say, I can, all right? Even if it seems insurmountable, just say, I can, and then you're putting yourself in the right, proper mindset to attack it, all right? And you're going to find a solution. Best image. This is part of attitude, okay? If you look good, you feel good, and you do good. Let me take that back. We don't like that. If you look great, you feel great, and you do great, all right? So, image is everything. We've covered this in other videos. Not only is the customer prejudging you on your image, not only is every single person prejudging you, your other teammates, your manager, your superiors, your competitors, everyone's judging you as soon as they see you on your image. You judge yourself. You're judging yourself, maybe subconsciously, maybe you're not even conscious of it, but how you look creates how you feel. All right? So if you look down in the dumps, you might be able to turn it on, but that's not going to last. All right? But if you just look good, you put your best foot forward, you start from there, from a really high positive self-concept of yourself, you just start right there. It's going to make your day so much easier. You're going to just feel great, and then what's going to happen is you're going to do better. You're going to do better because you put in the effort before you even started, right? Success happens before you get into the field. Success happens before you start interacting with the customer, and it starts with your image, all right? Best body language. If you feel great, you've got amazing body language, right? If you're not feeling so great about yourself, you're not feeling so great about the situation, your body language starts to reflect that very quickly, right? So if you're staying in a great positive mindset, your body language is staying open, and it's staying excited, it's staying enthusiastic, and it's affecting your sale. It's affecting yourself, and it's affecting other people and how they perceive you. Remember, reality isn't reality, perception is reality. So if you've got an amazing body language, an amazing image, maybe you're not having a great day. Maybe something isn't going your way. The customer really can't tell because you're staying positive and you have a great image and you have great body language. All right, you have a solutions-only mindset. This goes back to the I can. The I can mindset is, guess what? Everybody's going to encounter the same problems you're encountering. What sets you apart? You're the person that can make it happen. Why can you make it happen? Because you don't find excuses. Anybody can find excuses, okay? 90% of people out there, they love to find excuses. That's the reality out there. And it's easy to find excuses, and then it's easy to dwell on those excuses. Find a solution. Find something outside the box. Bulldoze through it. Smash that problem to pieces, right? So have that solutions only mindset when problems and obstacles occur, because I'm going to tell you a little quick secret. Problems and obstacles will always continue to occur in your life and in sales, all right? Student mentality, that's where we're down here. You're open to learn, you're open to improve, all right? You haven't learned everything yet, right? If you're really a good student, you stay a student for life, right? You are open to learn, you're open to improve. You see someone doing better, you scrap the last 10 years of what you learned. You've been doing the same thing for 10 years. This person's doing better. You scrap that, you say, I'm doing that instead. That takes some humility. That takes you being humble. Because maybe you are amazing, maybe you are great, but if someone's doing it better, don't you want that better outcome? Steal it. Just throw away whatever you were doing, and I'm doing this now because this works better, right? Network and steal from the best that goes into it, but Have that humility to say that I don't know everything. Maybe I am the top person in my region, maybe, but there's other top people out there in other regions. What are they doing, right? There's other top people in, and I'm not talking about myself, I'm just saying for you, for you, right? Maybe you are the top person in your region. Maybe you are the top person out there. Maybe you're the top person on your team. Are you number one in the country, right? Have you taken over the world yet? There's someone better. Maybe you are number one in the country in your division or in your business. Check out another business. Check out somebody else. There's other top performers out there all over the world that you can steal from and you can network with, all right? Staying curious, having that like childlike wonder of what's next. What can I learn next? What can I do better? What's next for me? You know, being curious about the next steps in your development and just being curious about how you can improve and how you can learn still, right? This is a huge one because if you're not curious, you're stagnant, right? And if you're stagnant, you're not learning, you're not improving. You're just doing the same thing over and over. You're running in a circle, right? So make sure you're spiraling up. Keep your notebook close at all times. Maybe you have like a great idea that comes to you. Maybe you hear a great idea. Maybe you're working with somebody. Maybe you got a trainee. Maybe you got a new hire who has a unique perspective. You've been doing this for 15 years. You've been doing this for 9 years. But now this trainee has a unique perspective and you can steal that. Everybody has something to teach you, all right? Even if maybe they're not some sales guru. So that new hire, they have some unique perspective to show you and teach you. And if you have your notebook close, you can steal it, right? So have that notebook close, stay curious. This is part of being a student for life, all right? Being humble and saying, I don't know everything. And then work ethic, right? Stay until you hit your goals and then exceed them. What is your goal for today? What if you hit that real early, right? What if it's closing time and you haven't hit your goal yet? Sometimes it's closing time and it's just everything's done. The cash registers are closed. But sometimes you can stay a little bit later. Maybe you can keep calling. Maybe you can keep sending some emails. Maybe you can knock a couple extra doors before the sun goes down. Maybe you can pitch a couple more people. Maybe you're at your goal. Maybe you've exceeded your goal and it is closing time. And you got the hot hand. You're killing it. Are you staying late then too? Like, this is how you separate yourself from everybody else, is maximizing your output by doing the little additional. What's 1 hour of work extra 3, 4, 5 times a week? Think about that, right? 5 times 52, 252 hours, that's whatever it is, 52 weeks, something, I don't know, I can't do math, I went to public school, but you're like 10 days, you got like a whole extra week and a half of production, because you stayed an extra 1 hour every day out of your 5-day work week, right? And that extra week and a half, that extra 2 weeks you have can compound and be thousands and tens of thousands of extra dollars in your pocket, all right? You're the first in, you're the last out of the office, you're the first in, you're the last out of the field, right? This is really just for like high performers. This is for people that really want more out of life, right? You want to be that success story. You want to be that person. Like, if you hear about entrepreneurs, you're big into the entrepreneur, they go nuts those first couple of years. They're burning the midnight oil, right? Where'd that phrase come from? Burning the midnight oil. People that want more out of life, all right? So they're working 16-hour days. They're working 18-hour days. They're sleeping at their office. They're passing out in their work clothes. They're passing out in their suit, right? Because they're working every single moment to build it up to this point where now they don't have to work like that. That's what success really is You work so hard so you don't have to work anymore, right? So first in, last out. You don't have to do this for the rest of your life, all right? You do this in the beginning, you get really good at it. You're the example. You're the success story. You teach other people how to do this. Now you're cooking, all right? Provide the best world-class experience, client interactions, right? So I put this in work ethic. It's part of positive attitude too, but I put this in work ethic because sometimes you'll be working really long days, and then that really challenging customer or client interaction is going to happen to you. And that's when you need to treat that customer like the very first customer you met today. You need to treat that person like gold. Well, you should be treating all your clients like gold, but you're going to encounter tough situations after you've been working like a 70-hour work week, and you might be a little bit frazzled. You might have your fuse might be getting a little shorter. You got to delete all that and say, okay, I'm going to take care of this. I'm going to give them the best experience. All right. What you put in is what you get out. That's why you join sales. That's why you love sales. That's why you're addicted to sales. That's why you're a student. That's why you're learning. You're getting better right now. Is you get to tell your boss how much you're worth. He doesn't get to tell you. She doesn't get to tell you how much you're worth. That's why I got hooked on it, because every other real job I ever had, no matter how hard I worked, no matter how much extra time I put in, they wouldn't really like physically do this, but they were, for all intents and purposes, whispering in my ear, no matter what you do, if you work hard or you don't work hard, you're only worth X dollars per hour, right? And what happens in a non-commission structure, it's a race to the bottom, right? So that's where most people are from. Most people are from a non-commission structure, so they're used to that race to the bottom, who can do the least and still not get fired type of mentality. This is the polar opposite. This is success. This is making six figures. This is making tons of money, all right? So you put in more, you get more out of it. You put in a whole heck of a lot more. Doesn't guarantee it, but sometimes you can have massive, massive results. All right, so what you put in is what you get out. That's part of work ethic, right? So work harder than the hardest working person you know. Have a great student mentality. Be a student for life and maintain that positive attitude always. You will be successful, I promise. All right, thank you so much for coming down. Have a marvelous rest of your day. Take care. We'll see you in the next one.